So with CFPB's new TRID, Know Before You Owe implementation right around the corner, the new LSU is about to hit zip forms, and this video is going to tell you everything you need to know about how to read the form and what it's really telling you about the loan process. So stick around. All right, October 3rd is right around the corner, so that means the new contracts are going to be hitting zip forms for you to review and start implementing. One of the new contracts is the new LSU. The good news is that it's a 2-page form, and page 1 is fairly untouched. The biggest change that you're going to see is on line 38. They're giving the lender 10 days to provide you with the initial LSU versus the old 5 days. All right, jumping ahead to the good stuff. Page 2, this is the list of everything that kind of happens throughout the process, that you can see the dates on when it was done and kind of track the progress as you're moving along. Given the fact that you may not receive an LSU until the 10th day, these are the pieces that absolutely must be done by day 10. Numbers 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, these are all a must by day 10. Basically what this means is that the lender's got the contract that they need, they've received the information that they need to be able to set an application date in their system, and that they've sent out their initial loan estimate and their initial disclosures. If this hasn't been done in the first 10 days, this is a very big sign that you have a borrower or a lender that is dragging their feet. All right, so those were the absolute minimums. I would say that if you're working with a borrower and a lender that are even doing a halfway decent job, you're going to see lines 47, 50, and 54 taken care of in the first 10 days as well. Basically what this means is that the lender has all the documents now that they need to kind of put together to figure out income, assets, all these fun pieces. Without these items put together, they still have an incomplete loan file and they're kind of sitting on their hands waiting for the borrower to get some pieces. So that was the first 10 days. On days 11 through 20, here's the items that you definitely want to be watching out for. All right, we'll start with the appraisal. Lines 48 and 49, you definitely want to see checked off within a day or two of completing your inspections. Lines 52 and 53 have to do with the borrower locking their interest rate and when it expires. And what you're really going to watch is line 53 to make sure that their expiration date is somewhere near the close of escrow. If they've locked it for considerably longer than your close of escrow date, it means that there's a good chance they anticipate being late to closing. Now, as you wrap up the first 20 days, you want to see that lines 55 and 56 are checked. This is the receipt of the appraisal and evidence that it is appraised for the purchase price or more. All right, so we've wrapped up the first 20 days. The borrowers have given the lenders all of their documentation. They've ordered their appraisal. They've received it back. Chances are they've locked their loan. Now the lender has a complete loan file. It's time for them to actually move on to underwriting and things like that. All right, on days 21 through 25, this is what you're going to want to see. And it starts with line 59. Lender submitting the package to the underwriter. This is when the actual review process really starts. Up until this point, the only people that have seen the loan file are the loan originator, maybe their assistant, and a processor. None of these people are decision makers. So on line 59 is when they're actually submitting it to the decision maker on the file. Underwriting is typically going to take between 1 and 3 days for most local banks that are concerned about their purchases. Typically by day 23, you're going to want to see that that file is back out of underwriting. They're going to be checking box number 60 that says lender obtained loan approval with prior to doc conditions. Moving on to line 61, appraisal conditions have been met. You want to see that that's done by day 24. All right, and rounding out the first 25 days, you want to see that line 62 has been checked and the loan file has been cleared with no prior to doc conditions. Okay, so if we're working on a 30-day close, we're 25 days in, we're at the point where the underwriters reviewed the file, they've cleared it with no more prior to doc conditions. That means you're going to want to see lines 57, 58, 63, all done on day 26. All right, this is the closing disclosure getting out to the borrower and being received by the borrower, as well as the loan documents being ordered by the lender. With loan docs ordered on day 26, you want to see that they were out to the title company by day 27 and then signed by the end of the day on day 28. This is going to give the title company enough time to give the loan docs back to the lender on day 29 and give the lender enough time to review the package and clear all the prior to funding conditions so that they can be ready for closing on day 30. Now, in clearing that package, they're going to mark off lines 64 through 67, leaving nothing but the funding left here for us, which is going to occur for you right there on day 30 as planned. Keep in mind these timeframes are kind of the worst case scenario that I'm giving you here. Waiting until that late in the game to complete some of these pieces is definitely living on the edge. If you're watching your LSUs as closely as you should be in this new lending environment and you see the lender and the borrower kind of skirting that edge and being very close to the last minute on that, there's a halfway decent chance that you're going to see at least a small delay in the close of escrow. Now, if you have absolutely questions on this, give me a call, 480-744-6040. I hope you're liking the videos, and if you are, please click on the like button below. If you think this is good information for anybody else, please share the video with them. And if you're interested in making sure that you receive all of our updates every week, click on the subscribe button and we'll make sure that you get them. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.